Hi, I'm Malkia Stampley, and welcome to Yoga with Malkia. For the next 30 minutes, we will go through a series of yoga poses and sequences to raise, to sweat a little bit, to get the blood flowing, raise our heart rate, and then we will calm down and come down to our mats for a little bit of relaxation. Today, I do want to focus on the hips. Hips can be very tight. They are places in the body that can carry a lot of stress, emotional stress. And I feel that life is just better when without hip pain, but also when your hips are open and lubricated and just not as tight. And because it's connected to your core, your lower back, the rest of your legs, it's the centerpiece of the body. It's a very important place to focus on. So hopefully this is beneficial for you today. All right, let's get started. We are in a seated position. I like to have one leg in front of the other. And already we're working on our hips sitting in this position. So let's hold on to our knees, sitting up nice and straight. Let's inhale, pushing the chest forward, elbows maybe going slightly back, lifting the gaze. And as you exhale, rounding the back, tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone. Inhale, let's do that a few more times. Just warming up the back here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And I invite you to breathe in and out through the nose. Through this practice, focusing on your breathing. From here, let's walk our hands out. If you can stay right here, that's great. This may be enough for some of us. But otherwise, let's begin to walk our hands out. We're not straining ourselves and we're not warmed up. So you don't have to go very far. But wherever you are, I invite you to turn your palms up. You can't see my palms on the floor. But I like to consider this as surrendering to the pose. And breathing in deeply, deep belly breathing. Think about expanding in the growing area, filling up the lower cavity of your lungs all the way to the top. And as you exhale, making the belly nice and hollow. Letting the knees melt, letting the hips relax. Each breath, softening the hips, the backs of the legs. On your next inhale, let's place the palms down and walk our hands back. Let's inhale both arms up. And exhale both arms down. One more time. Inhale both arms up. And exhale right hand down. And let's go over to our right side. Keeping that left hip down. You can turn your gaze up towards the sky, keeping shoulders away from the ears. Chest turning, opening the heart. Inhale. And on your exhale, drawing the left arm down, and let's frame the right knee, lifting the chest. Inhale, exhale, fold. Keeping that left hip down. Inhale, coming up and walking the hands back. Let's do that on the other side. Inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down and bringing that right arm up and over to the left. Turning the chest up towards the sky, keeping that right hip down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on your exhale, drawing that right hand down, lifting the chest. Inhale. And on your exhale, folding over the left knee. Keeping that right knee, that right hip down. Inhale. Coming up, walking the hands back. And now let's bring the soles of our feet together. I'm certainly not very warmed up, so it'll look different now versus maybe 20 minutes into our practice. And nice and easy, let's just begin to rock or to flap our wings, our butterfly wings. Nice and slow, we're not straining anything. Think of it as lubricating the hip joints. Sitting up nice and tall. All right, and let's begin to slow it down and then let the knees fall wherever they may. I like to hold on to the bottoms or the outer edges of my feet, but grab them wherever you wish. Inhale, straightening the back, lifting the chest poking out here. And on the exhale, coming forward. Again, we're not straining ourselves, but just inviting the hips to begin to open. Inhale, coming up. And let's slowly close the knees. Let's swing the legs around. And let's come to all four. And we'll do a few cat and cow here. Inhale, arching the back, lifting the tailbone. Chest is forward. Exhale, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, tucking the chin. Let's do that about 4 more times. And you do that, and I'll be right back. I have to handle something really quick. All right, and one more. And we're neutral. All right, let's tuck the toes under and let's go into our first downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting the hips, and right away begin to pedal the feet, right and left, just warming up the backs of the legs here. Twist to one side. From here, inhale, right leg up, going straight up. Inhale, exhale, knee comes to the chest and hold. Let's do that again. Inhale, right leg up. And on your exhale, knee to the right elbow. And right knee or right leg goes up. And from here, let's bend the right knee while your leg is in the air. Right away, you're beginning to open up that hip. Inhale. And then on the exhale, bringing that right knee to the chest, planting that right foot next to the right thumb. From here, I'm in this lunge position. Inhale, both arms up. Standing up nice and tall. Nice generous bend in that right knee. If you need to widen your stance for balance, make sure you do so. The left heel is lifted. Crescent pose. Inhale. And as we exhale, framing that right foot, lifting the chest. Inhale. And on the exhale, straightening that right leg. right hip draws back. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, working the front of our left hip here. And exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, coming back to this lunge, planting our hands down. The right foot meets the left. Let's go through our first vinyasa flow here. So we're going to draw forward, draw the body forward. Inhale. As we exhale, keeping the elbows tight, coming all the way down to our bellies, uncurling those toes. Inhale, lifting the chest, shoulders, and our gaze. Exhale, release. Inhale through all fours, curling the toes, and back into downward facing dog. Now let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to the chest and hold. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow, hold. Inhale, left leg up. And then while we're here, let's bend over that left foot. So the left foot is coming towards the right butt cheek here. Inhale. And on the exhale, bringing that knee to the chest and planting that left foot next to the left thumb. Make sure you have a nice wide enough stance here. Inhale, both arms up. Nice generous bend here in the left knee. Keeping that back leg nice and straight, that right heel is lifted. Inhale and exhale, bring the hands down. And we'll go through that pyramid flow here. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, straightening that left leg. Left hip goes back, right hip forward. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Back to the lunge. Let's bring our hands to our mat. Left foot meets the right, and I'll show the modified version for this flow this time. Dropping my knees. Inhale, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra here, elbows tight to the body. Elbows and release. Inhale through all fours. And then we come into downward facing dog. Great. All right. Let's do that. We won't do that again, but we'll add on. Inhale, right leg all the way up. And again, bend that right foot towards the left butt cheek. And while we're here, let's just begin to do circles with the right knee. Building a little arm strength here as well, but opening up that hip. And then reverse direction. All right. And now let's bring that right knee to the chest and planting that right foot next to the right thumb. From here, dropping the left heel down. Inhale, both arms up. Nice generous bend in that right knee. Trying to get your left pinky toe on your mat. Turning the torso towards the right. You don't want to shift towards the left here. Inhale. And on the exhale, planting, hands framing that right foot, lifting the left heel. Nice deep lunge here. Inhale. And let's straighten that leg. Exhale. Inhale. And from here, let's walk the right foot out to the side. And I have both hands on the inside of my right knee. And from here, pushing that hip forward, deepening that hip flexor stretch here, while also opening up our right knee. Great. All right. Let's walk that right foot back over and let's take our vinyasa flow. Right foot meets the left and let's go through. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Great, let's do the other side. Inhale, left leg up. And while we're here, bending that left foot towards the right butt cheek and pick one direction and make really big circles with your knee. And now let's reverse. And knee is up. Inhale. Exhale, left knee to the chest. And now planting that left foot next to the left thumb. Dropping that right heel down. Inhale, both arms up. It's a little bit different than that crescent pose or the high lunge. Turning the torso. Trying to get that right edge of the foot on your mat. Keeping the back leg straight. Inhale. And exhale, lifting that right heel, lunge here, inhale, and exhale, straightening the left leg. Inhale back to this lunge, and now bringing that left hand to the inside of the left foot, walking that left foot out to the side and pushing the hips forward. Keeping those hips forward, opening up that left hip, but also working that right hip flexor. Great, let's walk that foot back. Hands are framing that left foot, and let's go through our vinyasa flow. I'll show the modification this time. Dropping the knees, pushing the hips forward, body flat, and coming all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale through all fours and into downward facing dog. Great. From here, let's walk our feet towards our hands. I have my feet still about hip width distance apart. Inhale, flattening the back. Your body is a tabletop. Fingertips reaching a lot of energy down to the fingertips, reaching the floor. Inhale, exhale, fold. It's okay to have a nice bend in the knees, keeping the weight towards the balls of your feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. And this time, grab your elbows and sway your torso side to side, loosening the lower back. Planting the hands down. We're going to bend our left knee generously and keep our right leg nice and straight. Left hand comes in front, in between both feet, and we're going to turn our bodies toward the right hand on the right hip, and inhale, right arm up. You could also bring your thumb to your lower back if you want to work on twisting a little bit more here, keeping the shoulders nice and open away from the ears. Working the IT band, the side of your leg. Inhale, extending the arm. Exhale, coming down. And let's do the other side. Right knee bends generously. Right hand in front in the middle. Inhale, left hand to the left hip. And extending the left arm. And you can turn left thumb coming to the low back, rolling the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Digging into that left side of the leg. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, release. If you want to shake it out, shake your head no and yes. Pedal those knees. It's great. All right, from here, let's walk our feet out, toes out, heels in. And my feet are along the edge of my mat. From here, we're going to do a deep squat or malasana. From here, your hands can be together. That's fine. And we're just going to squat down and dropping the hips all the way down and then sitting up nice and straight or as straight as you can. It's okay to try and rock back a little bit towards your heels. If your heels are not touching your mat, then just lift your hips up. You may be engaging your hamstrings a little bit more, your quads. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. Opening up the knees here. I have my elbows on the inside of my knees. You can rock a little bit side to side. From here, planting the hands down on your mat from wherever you are. I'm going to scoot back just a little bit. You stay right where you are. Coming back down. Bringing my hands here. My hands are shoulder width distance apart. I'm going to work a little bit on our arm strength here. Just beginning to rock forward. Just testing what it feels like to have our weight on our wrists and our hands here. Working the shoulders, working the arms. You even want to extend the legs a little bit. And then just play with, maybe you can do a handstand. Maybe one day we'll go there. But today, just working on testing it. You may feel like, oh my gosh, I'm going to fall forward. Don't fall forward. You won't. Just testing a little bit. Great. All right, let's walk the feet in. And I'm walking towards the top of my mat. Let's step back the right foot and let's drop the right knee. Let's bring that left foot out to the side. And from here, we did this before with the leg extended, but arms on the inside of the left knee, pushing the hips forward. Inhale, then on the exhale, folding wherever you are. You can bring elbows to your mat, or just bending at the arms, or just focus on pushing the hips forward. Inhale. And exhale, let's release. All right, so from here, we're going to cross our left foot over all the way to the right side. We're going to go into pigeon pose. So I'm bringing the shin of my left leg to my mat. My left foot is going to meet at my right hip joint. If you want to have it parallel with the short edge of your mat, that's fine. I don't have that flexibility or comfort level today, so we're not going to do that. Sitting up nice and tall, the right leg is extended right behind you. Make sure tops of the toes or tops of the feet are on your mat. Sitting up nice and tall here. The goal is to have your left butt cheek and your right hip joint on your mat. I know that's not possible for all of us right now, but if not, just make sure you're nice and comfortable, not hurting yourself, challenging yourself, but not hurting yourself. You can walk the hands out and begin to fold wherever you are comfortable. Standing on top of your hands is perfectly fine as well. And we'll stay here for a few moments. Very deep hip stretch here. Working the psoas muscle. Back of the leg. Making sure you're balanced on both sides, not sitting on your left hip or trying to lean all the way over to your right. A nice square in the middle. Focusing on your breathing. And on your next inhale, standing on your hands, let's bring that left hip back or that left foot back to meet the right. And let's just shake that out a little bit. Great. From here, let's just bring our right foot forward, going into that lunge position, walking the right foot out to the side and hands coming in 2, you can drop that left knee, the inside of your right knee, pushing the hips forward here. You can stay here or begin to fold, making sure the knee is not passing your big toe. And each side is different. And some days one side is stronger and another day it's just not, and that's fine. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, standing on the hands, and then we'll do the pigeon pose on this side as well. Walking that right foot all the way over to your left, dropping that right knee down to your mat, extending the left leg nice and long, making sure it's nice and straight. My right foot is at my left hip joint here. Trying to keep your right hip and your left hip on your mat. And if you can't, that's fine. If you want to stuff a pillow or something under you, that works. Otherwise, just making sure you're nice and square and not straining yourself. From here, let's fold or just hold where you are. Making sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, standing tall on the hands, let's curl the left toes and let's bring the right foot to meet the left. Let's just pedal those feet, get the blood flowing. Great, let's drop our knees here. Swing our legs around and we'll come down to our backs. Slowly descending. Bringing the knees into the chest right away. Extending the arms to cactus pose or straight out. Knees are bent here on the exhale. Let's drop our knees over to the right side, keeping the left shoulder on your mat. Inhale, coming up through center, then exhaling, dropping the knees over to the left side. My spine is pop, pop, pop. Inhale, coming to center, opening up the knees, keeping the feet together, bringing the arms in between the legs, grabbing the outside or the inside of the feet, your choice. Drawing the knees on the exhale to the sides of the body, keeping your tailbone down. If you want to play with extending one leg and then the other, or both legs. Happy baby. Rock a little bit here as well. And bringing those knees to the chest. One more time for a tight squeeze and release. Extending the legs nice and long, opening the legs wide, toes fan out, arms by your side, palms facing the ceiling. You made it to Savasana. I laugh at myself because I know I say it wrong sometimes. That's okay. In our resting position. This is our time to rest, slowing down your breathing, melting the body into your mat, resting. I invite you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, but I will close us out of class. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that your hips feel a little bit more open. I know mine certainly do. I can feel it and see it. Thank you so much for joining me. I wish you well. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.